Live.
You're now watching two old farts making noises.
Ooh, we're here. Look at
Well,
that.
hello, lovely people of planet Earth. Are we on Earth? Yes, we're on Earth right
We're
now.
on Earth. Yes, Noosh, we're on Earth. Wow. It's been a tough day for you, has it? We just
Well,
started.
it hasn't. It's not tough. I have to tell you. So I'm today taking this lovely morning with you from my new studio. I rented this place at Salem Artworks, which is a beautiful
So
place
wait,
where they do.
you're not the other place anymore.
No, I am. So the Nushnook is still it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes away from here. But this place,
Oh, okay.
it's where they do residencies for glass work
Ooh,
and woodwork and what is it, welding. But they
okay.
also have spaces if for artists like me that need space. So I'm making this beautiful piece, which I wonder if you can see it. No, it's a little bit further away. Um, no, well, I'll show you later. Anyway, but
Yeah,
it's a
show me
piece.
later.
It's metal with 40
Mhm.
layers of enamel on top of it. So enamel is
Wow.
super, it smells so strong. It's crazy. Actually, I can show you here.
Okay.
So it's for a lawyer. So it's Lady Justice. Wait, let's see. There she
It's
is.
lady or lazy
No,
justice? Lazy or lady?
Lady Justice on
Okay, just checking.
tiger, bear, and lion on the eagle, of justice, and then his
Wow.
wings go into swords. There are trees,
Okay.
and there she is. So I'm making this on metal in
Okay.
40 to 50 layers of enamel, but enamel smells so strong
Do you
that
know that I'm wearing artwork? I don't know if you noticed. This is the Steve the Creator
oh my
from the
god.
painting behind me. It's in our merch store. You too can wear David and I on your body if you want.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's kind
Yeah.
of cool, actually.
Yeah. Can I
Stick.
tell you? There's two of them. There's one called Steve the Creator, which has me in the center because I'm egotistical, and there's one called The Creation of David. He's in the center, and I'm on the side, like he's on the side over here, wherever, right there. However, there's only 250 of these, and that's it. And I know we've sold a bunch. So if you want to get this for the holidays, or if you're a Fagala in Key West and you want David's phone number, you buy one of these, and I give you his phone number, and there you go.
I wonder who I could. I'm sure there's a person that I know who would love one of those. I
Yeah.
can't think of him quite yet, but I know I have a him who would
It's
love.
in our merch store with all the other cool merch. So there you go.
Well, and in the new year you'll have all my merch as well of all
I
the.
know it's exciting.
It is exciting. I
How
will.
was your Hanukkah?
Well, Hanukkah ends today.
Hanukkah
Hanukkah.
ended yes. Well, this is the last day. Last night was the last night.
Oh, really?
Last night was the last night.
Last night was the last night. I thought we light the candle again tonight. Oh man. Oh, that's why I was wondering why they had a party for Hanukkah last night. I was like, tomorrow is the last day. So today is the last day. So, well, I light my candle tonight since I'm
All right,
missing the.
you like? You know what? I'm going to light a candle too at a ammunition plant and see how that goes and see what goes on. So yeah.
Oh, there
So
you go.
there you go. So Noosh, you're looking good. I haven't seen you in a whole like week. So what's going on? Last week you weren't here because you were busy being
Yeah,
an artist.
I'm really setting up this place, which is almost set
Okay.
up, which is taking a little bit of a second because it's a porch. So they have like
Okay.
other rooms where everything is set up, but this is a porch, so we need to kind of insulate it. And then I was trying to figure out how to do it and the metal. So I need to actually have a projector that projects because I can't paint enamel just like paint because it leaks.
Right.
So this is a whole situation. Like
I
I embarked
see.
on this journey, like all of my commission work, I just say yes, and then I have to figure out how to do it. And every time it just gets more and more complex. This one is gonna be like I have like the mask and the things and oh
Ooh.
yeah, I need to show you the best piece of equipment.
Sure. Let's look at the best piece of equipment for you
Okay,
people that are listening on the podcast.
I don't know if
So
so for all of you out there, in case you want to do an enamel piece, so there's I don't know who passes those laws. Seriously, like with everything
uh,
happening, like they should focus on their ass. But someone passed a law that you cannot sell like oil enamel art paint unless you're an art store. It used to be
right.
years ago, you could find it almost anywhere. I was supposed to go to Blick anyway, 4 hours and a half away from my house to
Right.
go to my enamel. Thank God somebody directed me to a place that is not really well known in Saratoga. And I found in the corner, I almost
Yeah.
bought his enamel as it is. So I have all the enamel with me. But then when he was counting all the enamel, my pupils got tickled by this little jar among all the big jars, a tiny jar with those little hairy bushes. And I was like,
Whoa,
what?
whoa, 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 whoa. That's what this 70. Oh, I thought you were talking about a different other hairy bush.
No,
Okay,
no,
never
no,
mind.
no, no.
So,
So I asked him, what are those?
yeah.
And he brings them out and just like, well, because I showed him my work and what I'm supposed to do, and it has, like the effects with the sun. He's like, well, this would be actually perfect for the effect you want to do with the sun. So I asked him how much they go for, and he's like, well, all the prices are on. Can you see?
$75.99.
For a tail of a squirrel. So my first reaction, well, I can just kill the squirrel that is annoying me, right? I'll find him.
Right. There you go.
Gonna make a few, but well.
But then Michael wouldn't have a friend. So there you go.
Exactly. So yes, I cannot wait. And the thing is, like, it's softer than my hair. Like I would have thought it's thinner than my hair, and like for all the enamel. So there you go. My scepter. I'm very excited. It's so soft. So
you can use it with the dominatrix on Monday. There you go.
I can. Oh, that's right. There's tickling dominatrix. That'd be so much fun to do. Tickle people. I'll be very good at that.
Well, we're looking forward to the show on Monday because you're going to dress up as a dominatrix. So I think that's going to be fun.
Well, like life is the biggest stages of all. I might as well take advantage.
Enjoy it.
Exactly.
And you have a Halloween costume for next year. So there you go.
I don't think I live in the right neighborhood for that, if you know what I mean.
There you go. Yeah.
But well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the costume, but when I bought it, I had no idea how it actually is. Okay, so for all of you out there, so I wanted to do something classic because I am a lady after all, and I like classic.
Sorry, what?
I love turtleneck. I like turtleneck. So it's a turtleneck kind of body, no arms. Like it's like a bathing suit with a turtleneck.
Oh, I just wore one. I wore that yesterday. Sure, to dinner.
But little did I know. So I mean, so first of all, the first one that arrived was too small.
Okay.
But anyways, when I looked it up, when I looked on it, so I thought that the zipper only goes, so that you can put it on.
Yeah.
Back. No. So it's a movable zipper that you can open in bits and pieces wherever you need.
David's balls are going to melt on Monday. I can see this already.
It in French.
You should see when you come on the show Monday. You should just speak in French.
No, but yeah, I guess it's very. I mean, it makes sense. I'm discovering a whole new world.
Oh my God!
Kind of briefly.
Are you going to sing a whole new world? So you moved. So you. There you go. So we have two art studios now. We've got where you are now, and we've got the Noosh corner that's 2 miles away. So this is where you're going to do work and then put everything in your studio.
And the Noosh Nooks, yeah. Today we're just finishing installing everything, and
okay.
So right now I'm between here, my home, by the way, the most amazing thing happened 2 days ago, because on Wednesday we don't have a washer dryer anymore at the house because we need to bring it downstairs. Anyway, like we need to do like a whole room downstairs. So I've been taking all my wash to the town next to us every Wednesday or every other Wednesday.
And they beat it on rocks in the stream.
Well, kind of. That's how it feels, because it's like, like a whole affair. Like I do the groceries and the wash. Anyway, problems of the first world. But I asked my household, like that I need this month to just do this and be here and not cook, not wash, not nothing. I don't want to hear it. No. The first time ever in my whole life, I was like, I can't be the housewife for the first time ever. Okay. So 2 days ago, my man and my mother went and did the wash and the groceries and everything, and it was fantastic to know.
So they beat the washer on the rock with the stick themselves. Very nice.
They did themselves, and they had apparently the best time. They came all like blah, 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 blah,
they became like best friends.
Oh, they were already best friends, but that was like now it's like even like a bigger bond. I don't know
All
what
right.
it's.
Okay. And bondage is a good thing. I like it. Anyway, when are you when is mom coming on the show so people can meet the mom?
So mom will be probably coming on the show. I think so. In the winter, she gets very bad sinus migraine situation.
Right.
So
Right.
probably in the spring,
Okay.
winter is tough for her.
Okay.
But wait, no. So yeah. So I have here the
Right.
residence. I have the Noosh Nook, and then I
Yeah.
have my mentor's house and my house. So I'm between four homes, kind of. At least my
Wow.
brain is, which is very. I mean, this morning I was going to take you from the Noosh Nook, but I don't know where my keys are. So now I don't know where my keys are. And how do people do between four homes? I need an assistant,
Yeah.
or an avatar who can just keep track of everything that I
No,
do.
no. We have executive assistants and personal assistants. They all have different functions.
Or a
The
nanny.
executive
I need
the
a nanny.
executives no,
I need
executive assistants do one thing, and the personal assistant's the one who carries the keys, takes the laundry to go beat against the rock, and all what you were doing. Yeah, it takes the dog and all that stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So it just depends.
What about a living nanny?
An au pair that's 16 from Sweden is fun, but apparently you get divorced if that happens. So a nanny usually is for kids, and granted, Michael is a child, and so is everybody else. But yeah,
Yeah.
that would be more like a companion. It's what you need, like an adult companion. I don't think
No,
a nanny wants to babysit.
I'm not talking about a 16-year-old nanny. I'm talking about a nanny that you take in and that stays and lives with you
You mean
throughout
that cooks and cleans?
that cooks and cleans
We
and
call that a maid,
oh
a
no, but
servant.
no, we don't like
Yes,
that.
it's a servant. When I ring the bell, the servant comes. That's the idea of having a servant. She cooks and cleans. Huh?
This is not Downton Abbey. Like she's part of the family. I was part of the family at some point, and they,
All right, listen, let me
take
explain how this.
I would
I
clean and
I
cook.
totally get it. I get it. Our serve. Listen, we call them the household staff. We love our staff.
Oh.
They as much as they're going to be as close to family as they can. But they wear shock collars, so if they're bad, we push a button. They go and they know not to do it again, which is good. But yeah, I mean, it's household staff. It's a caretaker. It could be a maid. It could be a butler, a gentleman's gentleman, as we like to call them. It can be a cook. It can be this. So it's just whatever you want. There's services that I can give them to you if you want. There's services that will introduce you to them.
Do it when I was hired, months at a time. I would do all of it and cook and take care of the kids.
All
and
of
do
it.
groceries and
Really?
I would do all of it.
Right. So, well,
Was friends after all.
there you go. See, I was in France. So no, so if you do that, you got to either put an ad out for not a caretaker, but like household staff, or you use a service and they vet them and do a background check and whatever, and you go from there. Because you don't want an au pair, you don't have kids. Well, granted, they're all children, but you don't have children. And if you want someone who's going to cook and clean, that's just like almost, I don't want to say it's a maid, but it's like a step above a maid and a step below a chef that does whatever. It's like household staff, and you get household staff to do your stuff.
Yeah, but is there maybe I should just start create a new service. I was listening to that podcast of the woman who created Bumble, and her story, like she has a masterclass. Of
course she does. She wants you to join Bumble.
No, but do you know the story of Bumble? It's a fascinating story. Anyway, you look it up on your own time. But so she said that if there's something that doesn't exist, there's where you create that, and so
that's called Steve. That's called Steve. Right. That's called Steve Jobs.
It's
Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs came up with that. If it doesn't exist, create it. People don't know they need it. Yeah, that's Steve Jobs.
Oh, I didn't know that. I used to say that.
You know Steve Jobs, the guy who started Apple.
I didn't know that he was the first one to say that. Like I don't really know much about the world too much. Yeah. But no, I've been saying that from a very young age. But so she created actually, so what for when she realized that with the like apps, like people can harass you and send pictures and all that, and it's not punished. She asked her legal team to check, like what can we do about that? And there was no law, no nothing. So like if there's indecent behavior on the street, there you go. You can arrest somebody if he shows you your eggplant. But if anybody shows you an eggplant on your phone, I know we're not cooking, but like nothing happens. So she went, I think it was in Texas, and it was a unanimous vote for yes, and created the law that this is punishable to harass people by just sending them weird stuff over and over again that nobody wants to receive.
The fact that
Unsolicited,
the fact that we have to have a law and people don't have the IQ points that you don't send a dick pic, or as you like to call it, the eggplant pic, is beyond me.
I love
And it
eggplant.
just and it just shows me that the world is getting dumber and dumber and dumber every single day.
Well, why would people even send you? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, well, to each their own, but really sending me a picture.
First of all, if
Asking for it, like, why would you just there? It's just like
first of all, if I have to send a dick pic, I have to take 3 or 4 shots because it's that, you know what I mean? So right away, there's a problem there.
Also, like her first puzzle, isn't that nice?
They'd be like, here, please put it together. Congratulations, good luck. The John Levitz during the COVID had a great thing. He says he met a girl and she said, when we meet, she said, we have to be 6 feet away. He goes, what do you want me to do? Fold my penis in half? So I thought that was hysterical. So anyway, I'm a guy. I like penis jokes. What can I tell you? Anyway, but yeah.
Oh, by the way, so if anybody's listening to us rambling around, I would love your help. This year, I'm spending Christmas with my man and his family. And last year, I sent him to his family with 3 days of structured, wondrous activities to reconnect and have fun and do things with everything that they love to do. It was fantastic. They spent an amazing Christmas.
Right.
This year, I'm going to be there, and I have not organized anything. But 2 things that I would want to do is to have Christmas-related riddles and Christmas jokes. So if anybody out there has some good ones, please bring it in.
Leave them in the comments below. Oh, by the way, let me share this with you. Today is the 15th of December.
Yes. Oh, should we open the tablet? Hold on.
But what? Oy vey.
Oy vey. I forgot.
Oy vey.
I almost forgot.
Okay, so today's very nice. All right, let's see what we got here. But I was going to say, today's the 15th of December, and today's the last day that Dim Sum Darling will be in New York City. Yeah, today's the last day. It's 135 West 50th Street. If you are a fan and you've been there, today is the last day. When it closes at 10 o'clock tonight, it is done. So the best dim sum on the planet.
You know, I'm so sad because I was planning to go and I haven't been back in the city since we talked about it, and I missed it. Where is it going to be? You're going to be in Texas, right?
We're going to open one in Texas, but yeah, we couldn't make nice with the landlord, so we're closing it and moving it to Texas. But everybody in New York is like showing up for it. That looks delicious. So if you're,
it was perfect for you today. Like drum roll.
I like it.
And I can't dim sum.
Yeah, you can't dim sum. But anyway, so Dim Sum Darling, for you people that are in New York City and want some dim sum, get your tukuses down there, because at 8 o'clock tonight, you'll miss the best dim sum on the planet. There you go.
I'm drooling right now. Inside.
I know. Oh, I can't wait. I told my wife just flew up to New York to help with the close, and I said she's going to send back dry ice full of dumplings. I can't wait because their stuff is out of this world.
All right, I'm going to send all the people that are in New York over there if they have time today. Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, tell them to go. It's the last day. It's all done. And it's not like a Jewish going out of business sale where we're there for 30 years. We're literally done today at midnight. So they're going to close at 10 o'clock tonight. And then we're taking her team is going on a retreat for a few days. We're thanking them for helping us. We're going to hunt them because that's what we like to do to the little people. And then that's it. And then, yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. So no, our team was great. All the staff there was wonderful. Everybody was wonderful. So yeah, so it's very cool. I was open for a little over a year, and then their management team got a little fakakta, and we're like, fakak you, and that's it. So we're gonna go and open something in Austin where she's well known. Nice. So excited. There you go.
Very good. There you go. Nice. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
New endings and new beginnings. You know, I was actually telling Michael this morning. So we have been creating this online course for
Benetton.
Bandicoot for remote work in mostly we're focusing on rural areas. You know, so that people can stay here and live happy and work from home and take care of the kids and take care of whatever you want to do, more money and stay home and just, rearrange your life.
Right.
This morning I was just feeling because, like where the life of an entrepreneur, there's like this moment, when everything's tight, there's not enough money for like all the things that you need because you're putting everything in the business. And I told him, like, Michael, like, let's enjoy this moment. This is an amazing moment. And then the gifts for Christmas, I told him, like, it's going to be oranges and honey. That's it. I was like, look, like we're right at this moment where we're in the egg and there's no more room, there's no more air, and we're just about to hatch. That's the moment right there. So yeah, this is our first entrepreneurship that we're doing, and it's such a wonderful journey. I really like it, to be honest. I didn't know how. Yeah, like how good, and I mean, like when you have something that you're passionate about to sell, like how easy it is to be involved and how you just weather all the waves and you just like take it in and with every breath and every in and out waves and every tide, you just take it all in. So we were in that hatching moment. This is great. I'm so excited. So good.
Very cool. I'm very proud of you guys for what you did. I've been my wife's an entrepreneur for 20 years. So I've watched her, and I've been an entrepreneur since I was an embryo. So so I love it. It's great. It's, there's highs and lows, and that's it. You enjoy every moment of it.
Exactly. That's
like she said on the way to the airport, she's like, well, am I sad? I'm like, don't be sad. This door closes and 5 more doors will open. It's not a big deal. It's like, something else will come that you like. And she's already doing an AI company now. And she has another company called Tasties, which is a locally grown supermarket type thing, which they couldn't get enough funding to do the supermarket. So they got funding to put everything in a trailer. And the trailer now is like its own kiosk, and they're putting them in private schools and apartment complexes so you can get food and local produce and whatever. So they're, she's got other things going on. I'm like, it's okay. We don't have a restaurant now. We're good.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
You guys, everybody. So 2024 should be a good year for everybody, I think.
Oh yeah, no, 2024 is going to be fantastic.
And David will be back next week, and he'll tell us all about his holiday in Portugal.
Ooh, oh God, lucky
where
man.
there's several short videos on our channel and on Instagram where he's throwing a temper tantrum with he couldn't drive his car down a mountain, and one where his van got stuck. So if you want to check those out, they're blowing up. Actually, I looked at the numbers this morning. I'm like, people like to watch David have temper tantrums. So so David's temper tantrum is doing well.
Wow.
So
did he bring the cow with him? No.
Did he what?
Did he
the cow? I don't think so, but he may bring it next week.
Oh, that would have been so nice to take the Macau on a vacation. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I took them. They're still in the car. So there is this amazing place here that reopened. It was a shirt factory that was on the market for 50 grand. It was humongous, this beautiful brick, 3 floors, huge thing, 50 grand.
Right.
It's been on the market for quite some time. And then this couple who grew up here and went to Colorado, they have a beautiful line of furniture. They bought it because they needed more space to produce. Their place was getting too small. So they moved back here, got the place, started setting up. And then this show, I don't know the name of, but a very famous show found them. They look for people that buy an amazing structure, the bare bones, and then they make a whole TV show on how they fix it, and they pay for everything.
Very nice.
They spent 2 months fixing the whole thing. It looks absolutely fantastic. And they had their first Christmas market last Saturday, which was very, very lovely. And over there, I met those lovely ladies from Glens Falls. Their name is Row. It's a store for kids. And they were selling the most cutest, amazing finger puppets. And I wish I had them with me right now, but I will get them for next week. They're so good. I have a zebra, an elephant, a Christmas tree, and did I say elephant? Zebra, elephant, and a tiger. So
I have an elephant, a zebra, a Christmas tree, and a tiger. But I think they were talking about 2 different things. But anyway,
so I'll
very cool.
Next week to meet with the Macau.
Well, I will make sure that David brings the Macau if you can remember the finger puppets.
Oh no, well, yeah, they're about 32 seconds away.
Okay.
So far, but so close.
Oh my God! I'm assuming we don't have Bernard or French books or anything.
Nothing. I mean, we do have some interesting books. So those are the books that my mentor gave me to
look at this.
To get to
persuasive writing. My
Yeah.
persuasive writing is usually Nunzio and Rocco threatening to break your hands when you're writing the letter, and it seems to work.
Oh, well, that's Shabbat Shalom to you. Then
Yeah.
there's one.
Draw it with your eyes closed. The art of an art assignment. Really?
And
Well, that
then
sounds like it was written by a blind person. The Book of Questions. Oh, what's the Book of Questions? This has
I
got to be good.
one for you last. So,
Okay.
I mean, I haven't read any of them. He just gave them. I mean, he told me he actually gave me a book to read, but it was more about the structure, the structural part, like kind of like the equation of how to write well. I'm like, I can't do that. This is
I just ordered a book called I just ordered a book today. I read the review in the Financial Times. It's called The History of Numbers. I'm very fascinated to read it.
Ooh. Oh, so you
Yeah.
haven't read it yet.
It's going to be here next week. This is what I'm reading now. I met this lady at a conference. She autographed this book for me. You can buy this on Amazon. It's called Addie and the Supercomputer. I'm halfway through it. It's absolutely great for kids and adults. Wait, and there's who wrote it.
What is it about?
Doris. It's about this young girl, and makes a computer, and she's a technological genius, and it's just awesome. She's obsessed with the computer. It clips her life. It's a whole thing. So it's a great book. I'll finish it this weekend. So I want to thank Doris for sending that to us. So I met her and she gave me a book to read. So I finished a couple other books. I'm reading this one, and then I'll read The History of Numbers.
Where did you meet her?
I met her at a conference last week when I was in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, at a conference.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I mean, a lot of people at conferences, you know what I'm saying?
When is our conference is only in the fall or also in the spring?
All year. The next conference I go to is in Dubai in February.
But when is the peak? There's no peak. There's just conference.
There's no peak. It's just constant. Constant. Depends what conference you're going to. I go to specific conferences for me.
Well, I don't know yet. We are rehiring our other CMO who is going to send us to a bunch of conferences to be keynote speakers about Bandicoot. So if you think of any place that we should be, let me know. Either you or whoever's listening. If you know of any tech style, whoever wants to transition into remote work or excel in it, but excel not on only your professional side, but on your personal side. The trickiest part from everybody that I interview, what are the biggest challenges? It's not really the job. It's how to organize your life at home between work,
really?
Play.
Seriously?
I know it's not your problem. It's hard for you to imagine, but most people, that's what they struggle the most with.
Wow. See, I don't understand that, because for me, it's kind of like I wake up, I know what I have to do. I did a interview the other day. It's called 7 something, a successful, like whatever. It's some guy. He has a website. He said, what can we interview? So one of the questions is like, how do you structure your day? I go, I know what I have to get done. He goes, but how do you structure it? I go, I wake up, I work out, I get shit done. And when I'm done, I'm done. He says, but how do you structure your time? I go, I said to them, what part of English don't you really understand? I get up. If I have to teach you how to structure your day, then you need to be in an office because you need to be babysat. So I'm very much like, I know what I need to get done this week, and I break it down into the day, the minute, the second. I know what needs to be, and I go do. And if I finish at 3 p.m, good for me. And if I finish at 8 o'clock at night, all right, 8 o'clock, it is what it is. So these people that can't figure out how to structure a day and work at home, pathetic.
Well, okay, I come with more love, compassion, and understanding.
That was with love.
But yeah, no, everybody is not as perfect as you, and some people do need help most of the time. Exactly. You know how the sausage gets made. We're teaching people how to make their own sausages.
That's true. But I think it's also generational. I come from a generation where no matter the obstacle, you go through it and you get it done. You're coming for a generation that, like, if there's a pebble in the stone, you can't go around it with your car because, oh my God, something could happen. So it's a different mindset. When I was growing up as a kid, you were taught you can do anything, just go do it. The mindset today is like different.
I mean, I completely agree with you, but I think it's a cultural thing, but just because of the way things were done. I see it in people, like people don't know how to, because they don't really do as much as we used to do back in the days. Like we used to, like, like I say, do, be, do, be, do. That's like my motto: do and be and do. Here they get too much in the head, and then it's like, no, not in the head. But that's why, like, there's like such an array of techniques. I've been like looking through masterclass, so many people who teach like the tricks for you to get where we used to be. Because
but there's no trick. The
have
problem is
they have too much time on their hands. And
no, not that. You know what
do
this is? This is the
Think
problem I had. This is the problem I had when I came here in 2015 to Austin and we had a business. It's this work-life balance bullshit. I don't give a shit about your family. I really do, but I don't when you're at work. If there's a problem, you need to go home immediately. If the dog is sick, you stay home. I mean, I get that, and I'm all for that. But when I have you from 8 to 5, I have you from 8 to 5. So I used to have guys that would stroll in at 10 and want to go home at 3. I'm like, why? You didn't get shit done. But they don't work at home. I had other guys who would say to me, hey, do I have to come in? Traffic sucks. I'm like, no, but I knew if I let them stay home on like Friday, I would get more out of them that Friday than I got all week. And so I'd be like, no. I even said to one guy, don't come in on Thursdays and Fridays. He's like, really? I'm like, really? He would get so much done. And I was thinking to myself, he should never come in. Because at the office, he was distracted. At home, he's like, work. And he goes, I'm going to lunch. I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants anyone else, but he would call me and say, I'm going to go to lunch with my husband. I'd be like, go to lunch with your husband. And when he and his husband would go to lunch for 2 or 3 hours, he'd call me, he goes, I'm back. I'm like, cool. And then he'd work. And I loved it. So different people need different structure. The problem is today is everybody is like, I'm stressed on this. I hate to tell you people, but back when we were kids in the 60s and 70s, we were all stressed too. But nobody, you know what it was? It was the tough love. Nobody coddled us. Nobody would have, they go do it. And the world, good, bad, or indifferent, seemed to be a much better place. Nobody was doing shootings in high schools. Nobody was doing this. Nobody's doing this. So I think between technology like the phone and TikTok and all this crap, that hurts. And there's nobody teaching people how to have a backbone anymore. And that's the problem, I think, in my opinion. And I'm probably right.
That's kind of so in the mastery, we're giving all of those different techniques so that you can build your own backbone, so that whatever happens, you got it. And as you said, every person is different. That's why I have like a whole list of people, of resources, of techniques, of practices. Like, go try and find your own. Just like your diet, everybody can have like obviously the same diet because all of our bodies are slightly different. So that's what I'm helping for people that don't have the backbone. We're helping them like, here are the tools for you to build your own backbone. Go.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. But they have to use it, and that's the other thing. Like when I mentor people, I will tell them, I will mentor you. I don't care how long it takes. But if you can't get the cap on the pen, I will mentor you until you can do it. Except my style is not going to be like, oh, poor baby. Mine's like, get your you-know-what together. Let's get going. But I will mentor you, and you'll be stressed the whole time. But when you finish it, nothing will ever bother you again. The good part about it is I won't give up on you until you give up on you. And that's what I tell people. And the people that I've mentored, even in marketing and stuff and teaching them stuff, they have gone on to like real jobs, and I've bumped into them, or they've called me and they've go, they threw this at me. And I thought of everything you used to say, which is like, kick in the door, don't go around it, don't go forward or under, go straight through it, and don't give up. And they said, so I'd sit and take a breath, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. Like, cause I went through Steve shit. Like Steve was like they said, it's like going through like Patton at the war. They go, if I can go through that, I'm like, yeah, nothing's that hard, is it? And they're like, no. I'm like, there you go.
Exactly.
So, and that was the other question that they asked. They go, what do you do to like clear your head for the day? I go take a mini holiday with a cigar for 2 hours.
Exactly.
And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, why? And they're like, papa. I go, there's no papa. I said, I go outside, I clear my head, I listen to music, smoke a cigar, work maybe not, come back in and do whatever I have to do, because now I've taken that holiday and my brain is like, oh, now let's go do this. Sometimes you just need to clear your head. And it may not be that. It could go for a run, go work out, eat a pizza, if so whatever it is. And I think the problem is we don't teach people that anymore. We teach them this mamby-pamby crap.
Well, exactly. Well, that's why
you guys.
I'm still expanding the mastery. Like this week this week and last week I've been doing more research, because the more I've been looking, like the more different ways there are for people. But just like you say, go take a pizza, go take a breath, go take a this. But that's something you need to learn about yourself. Instead of trying
Right.
to do whatever the world wants to be, it's like getting in tune with you and knowing
Yep.
what you need, instead of trying to structure yourself by however, the world thinks you need to be structured. So yeah,
That's exactly what we tell people. I'm like, just go take I say, what chills you out when you're stressed? And some people will be like, I go for a run or I go for a walk. I'm like, then go. And they're like, but I go, I don't give a shit. Like, I know you're going to be gone for the next hour because you're going to go for a run, take a shower, go run. I don't
Exactly.
care, because you'll come back refreshed.
Mhm.
Like, my wife will get frustrated. She can't figure something out. She goes, I'm like, honey, we're going to go for a walk. We're going to take the dog for a walk. I don't have time. I go, you have time. And then
Exactly.
and so when she doesn't do that with me, she's still stressed. She's still on the same page. Can't figure it out. If we go for a walk, take her to dinner or lunch or whatever it is, we'll come back. And then all of a sudden she go, oh my God, look how far I got. I'm like, right. Because you moved away from, it was like just hitting you in the face for 12 hours. You did something different and you came back. And that's also, employers need to understand that. It's that you want your people back in an office, that's great. But if someone says, I'm just not getting it, or I'm not feeling it, when people would tell me that, I'm like, I'm okay with that. As long as you get it done, I don't care. Like, I had one girl that said she had to leave early, but her boss wouldn't let her, or the division head of where she worked. And I bumped into her because I would talk to everybody to make sure everybody was okay. That's kind of my babysitting job. And she told me about that. I go, what time's your son's play? And she said 2:00. I go, why can't you go? She said, so-and-so won't let me. I go. She said, but I said, he reports to me. You go. And she said, no, you won't. You go. And I said to him, I said, you need to understand that your employees need to have a break every now and then. If she does it every day, then I have a problem. Like the people who want to come in at 10 and leave at 3. I said, she works 100-hour weeks for us. If she needs 4 hours, give it to her. He goes, we'll have to take it out. I go, we're not doing shit to her. It's not going against her personal time. It's not going against anything. You're giving it to her because she gives you 10,000%. Yeah. And I said, and if employees understood that, like I said, I don't like work-life balance. I don't give a fuck about your family. I give a fuck about my employee. And I give a fuck. And then I care about their family. But it's different than when people go, oh, when I say I don't care, people go, that's so mean. I'm like, no, technically it's not. I hear everything that you say about your dog and your kids and whatever. And you can see if somebody's really, some people use their family as an excuse not to work. Like, oh, my papa, because they just like to complain. Other people, you can see that when they're visibly upset. Like, one girl's dog got really sick. And I said to her, why are you here? And she said, I said, go home. Like, get the hell out of here and go home. And, she sat for 3 days. I go, I don't care. Go home. There's a difference between people who go, oh, I care about. No, you really don't. I care about the profit and loss. I care about my stakeholders. I care about my board. The employees are my employees. And if you care, you can't. This sounds horrible, but it's not meant this way. They're not people. They're employees to me. I know the people side comes when I see that they give me and the company the respect that they should be, and then they get it. A lot of these people are like, well, you deserve nothing. You're lower than whale scum. You get nothing until you deserve it. And that's the problem. People don't think like that because, like you, they're afraid, like, oh my God, but it's not. It
I know
makes
you're a
better
little
employees.
I'm a little more human than you,
Right.
because
But what I found is by being that person, my employees would do so much more because we didn't coddle them. I didn't, whatever. And they knew if there was a problem, like they would all say, if there's a problem, go into his office. And they'd be like, his office? They go to him. And they would come in and I'd be like, okay. And I would just say, okay. And they would leave and they're like, he's not going to do anything. And whatever the issue was, they would all say within 24 hours, it was magically solved, whatever it was. And they didn't get that. I'm like, I will listen to you. I'll take it in and we'll see. But, but in return, I will give you 10,000%. You have to give me 10,000%. So I told people, I like to say things for shock value, as you know. When I say I don't care, I want to see the look on their face. When I interviewed people, I would tell them Lincoln did nothing for you. And I don't care if you're white, black, green, or purple, or whatever color. I'd be like, no, Lincoln did nothing for you. I own you 40 hours a week. There's 168 hours in a work week. You get the rest of the time, unless your work's not done. And they would look at me and they'd be like, and if they couldn't, I said to someone, the HR says, why do you say that? Because if you can't work for someone with that mentality, then you can't work for me, because I will work an 80-hour work week, giving you everything. I'm asking you for half of that. So if you don't have the mentalities like, I gotta boom, 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 we have to be successful and go, probably don't want you. And I'm still that way when we hire people. And the people that work for us, take them some darling. Love us. Love, because and if there's an issue, we take care of it. We don't do whatever you need. And they realize that, okay, this is my family, but it's tough love from, like, the 60s, and they all thrive. And this is the same thing with your teaching, but you're teaching it modern, where I very much like the beatings will continue until the attitude changes. So,
Well, yeah, no, exactly. That actually, so the woman who created Bumble, that's
right.
exactly what she said. The why, the reason stays the same. Like your why always needs to stay the same, but the how, it changes with time.
Changes.
How you
Correct.
do it, you need to be flexible with that.
That's right.
My time is different than how it was, and
Okay.
we need to adapt. And I'm old school as well, but I need to adapt.
And I've adapted really well. I give all my employees now a sweatshirt with a bullseye on it. Yeah. So, and that's, it's really good. And then, we have an air rifle. So when they're bad, or a paint gun, they know, because from the desk can go pop, and it explodes on that. That's great. Nobody cares.
That's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's acceptable here.
Well, they sign a waiver. So we think it's very good that they sign a waiver. I'm kidding. They don't sign a waiver. Anyway, so people are going to be like, I can see this right now. People are going to be calling the police going, can you do this? Calm down, people. It's a show. We're entertaining you, or not. Who cares? So Noosh,
that'd be a cool company if you just have like like a paintball gun, but like
Yeah.
with I don't know, soap bubbles, and you need to hit the bullseye.
right.
Oh my
Someone's like, so-and-so pissed me off today. Pop, pop. Okay, I'm good. I feel better, so, but yeah, no, we don't, we condone violence in the workplace. We don't like that. Everything should be nice. Let's just relax. We're all good.
Actually,
so.
I was thinking that I wanted to, like when the whole pandemic happened, I wanted to go around with a paintball gun and draw, because they close, all the stores with wood.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go and draw hearts and balloons and but
like
no.
Banksy. You could have been like Banksy.
Yeah, but with a gun, though, in America, they could have gone.
Oh, no, not with a gun. You would go with a paintbrush or whatever. Like, I would not allow anybody to walk into an office with any gun.
With a paintball rifle.
No, but here's the problem is that even that, like, I mean, I'm joking, and we don't really have paintball guns at the office. We have real ones. No, I'm just kidding. We have no guns. Anyway, but a gun is either a weapon, like a handgun, is for protection. And then the other crazy stuff, if you're going to go hunt, I guess, I don't know, dinosaurs, that's what it's for. But it's not to go to the office. It's not to go to school. It's not for any of that. So, no. So, even walking around with a paintball gun in today's society, I would think would be dangerous. So if you were going to do what you do, I think it's pretty cool. But you do it with a paintbrush, I think then you're okay.
Yeah, but the reason why I wanted to do it with a paintball gun is to show that enough gun violence, you can gun beautiful hearts on the wall.
Yeah, and then someone would shoot somebody with a real one and go, look, it's not violence, it's beautiful blood on the street. No good. So just paintbrushes are beautiful. You got a $75 squirrel brush. Use that. I know. So Noosh, guess what? We're gonna say goodbye soon to everybody. But Monday, Noosh is gonna be on Two Old Farts Classic interview with.
I will be having my turtleneck.
Yes, with Mistress K. I'm very excited about that show. That should be an interesting show, I think.
Mm-hmm. I got more questions this time. I had time to marinate like a pickle.
Oh my God. Yeah. Ask her she's dressing up. She told me this time, like she's going to dress up a lot more. So this should be an interesting show. And she's waiting for your questions. And as you can tell, she wasn't shy.
Nice.
And you know what? She may do a monthly series for us.
Oh, that's great. Why not?
Yeah.
Ooh, should we? I wonder if it will be not PG-13. Maybe she can demonstrate us a little bit. Is that allowed?
I think yes, it is. We'd have to make the show an adult show, and there's boxes we can check. So yes, we could. The thing would be, though, if she's going to have a real person, then we'd have to have the person's face. I guess they'd have to wear a mask or something, because they probably don't want anybody to know that they're going to professional dominatrix. So that would be the only thing. Yeah. So we can ask her on Monday if she would do that for us on her next show.
Just so we can watch. Interesting.
Ooh, you are a voyeur. That's all I can say.
I mean, no, I'm just like the dynamic. I mean, I wonder if can you tickle someone? I mean, you can definitely tickle someone's mind just
Right.
online. You know, like it doesn't have
But
to
you can
be.
physically tickle them. Yes, you can physically.
Oh,
They'll
no,
use feathers and stuff.
yeah, but I wonder, like, would she do like a mind tickle? You know, that she tickles you just by the things that she says. There's the power right there. I'm interested in that.
That's what I do. That's called Machiavellian.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too.
There
Together, flock together.
you go. Well, my love, you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will
You
see you on
too.
Monday.
Happy
And
last
that's
day of Hanukkah, all of you.
it's not. Yes, last night was the last night of Hanukkah. There's no more Hanukkah.
Oh, but I
Not till
missed
next
it.
year.
It's tonight. It's tonight. I missed it.
For you, it's tonight. You do it while you're having Shabbat. You'll just light the last candle.
Exactly.
Very nice. My
All right.
love, a pleasure. Everybody, don't forget to subscribe and like. We will be back next Friday. David will be here, so the show will be more sane. We'll see you guys all. Bye.